sung by flaming tongues above. Praise the mount I'm fixed upon it, mount of thy redeeming love. Here I raise my Ebenezer, hither by thy help I come, and I hope by thy good pleasure safely to arrive at home. Jesus sought me when a stranger, wandering from the fold of God, he to rescue me from danger interposed his precious blood. Oh, to grace, how great a debtor daily I'm constrained to be, and let thy goodness like a fetter bind my wandering heart to thee. I'm prone to wander, Lord, I feel it, prone to leave the God I love. Here's my heart, oh, take and seal it for thy courts above. Prone to wander, Lord, I feel it, prone to leave the God I love. Here's my heart, oh, take and seal it for thy courts above. Come thou fount of every blessing, tune my heart to sing thy grace. Streams of mercy never ceasing, call for songs of loudest praise. And teach me some melodious sonnet, sung by flaming tongues above. Praise the mount I'm fixed upon it, mount of thy redeeming love. Here I raise my Ebenezer, hither by thy help I come, and I hope by thy good pleasure safely to arrive at home. And Jesus sought me when a stranger, wandering from the fold of God, he to rescue me from danger interposed his precious blood. Oh, to grace, how great a debtor daily I'm constrained to be, and let thy goodness like a fetter bind my wandering heart to thee. I'm prone to wander, Lord, I feel it, prone to leave the God I love. Here's my heart, oh, take and seal it for thy courts above. Prone to wander, Lord, I feel it, prone to leave the God I love. Here's my heart, oh, take and seal it for thy courts above. Come thou fount of every blessing, tune my heart to sing thy grace, streams of mercy.
And
then I got out of the...
Don't worry, I had it muted. We're on now, though. It's
All
for
right.
real.
Everybody hear us?
So let's see if it's...
Let's make sure everybody hears us before we say any funny jokes
That's
or anything.
Right. Jonathan told me my jokes aren't quite as funny as I think they are.
Did he really say that?
Something like that.
I disagree.
Not quite as
They're
strong.
exactly as funny as you think they are.
We have Facebook stream on 2 different devices to kind of watch the comments, and it's interesting that even on Facebook there's a pretty big delay. I don't know where your phone is. If it's
Yeah, my phone's on Facebook, so.
I don't know why that is. Isn't that kind of interesting?
Elizabeth says she can hear me, or maybe she's saying, maybe she's addressing me and saying,
Can you hear us both? Can you hear us both now? I had myself turned down for some reason. How do we sound?
Hey, everybody.
I see
Miss
Deb.
Deb. Karen, hope you're feeling well. We've been praying for you.
We have been praying for you. Karen, if you want to update everybody, I'll go ahead and mention for you on your behalf that I did send her a message today, and Karen said that her mom is still in the ICU, but she has been feeling a little better and okay anyway.
That's good.
And Elizabeth says she can hear us both now and that we're sounding good. But so, Karen, we are praying for you, and we're praying for your mom. We're thankful so far that Karen says she's feeling okay, but I know she wants her mom home. So we're praying for her to get back. She's in St. Vincent's right now, so if you guys would keep praying for her with us. Good. Well, what else have we got, Joel? It's not quite 7, so we'll give it a minute, but I'm even thinking, we've talked about announcements. We don't have a lot by way of announcements. The one thing that is, there's, I guess, a couple things. We'll talk about Summer Serve, but one thing that you could look up, everyone's watching online if you're watching, so you can look up First Coast Women's Services on Facebook. They need some donations, some things that they'll use for ministry with the ladies they minister to. And so if you are able to and would like to donate, you can find out what they need. I haven't seen Dana on yet. Usually Dana gets on, but if she hasn't got on yet, then or if she does get on, maybe she can give us an update on that. All right, so Karen took some notes.
Some pretty detailed notes.
Wow. Okay. So that's pretty significant. I didn't realize that she was that sedated that they would wake her up. So thank you. Connie asked, do we know anything about Miss Alta? And I'll tell you, Connie, that I don't know a lot. I talked to Pastor Johnny a little bit yesterday. And that it's been hard for her to get in touch with people. So we've been calling and trying to get in touch, and she was in St. Vincent's, but he said that he believed that she was on her way home. To be honest, I think the details might be a little bit foggy in my mind, and so somebody else may have some other information, but he talked to Michael and said that she's been dehydrated was the big issue that she had gotten, in addition to an injury from when she fell. She was really dehydrated, and that was making it hard for her to interact with people and talk to people, and that was part of why Michael said that she hadn't been returning people's calls quite yet. just because they were trying to get her not only out of the hospital but hydrated and healthy again. So that was, I think I heard that either yesterday or maybe it was, yeah, I guess I don't know if I heard that on Monday or yesterday. But anyway, if somebody else has more updated information, I'd be happy to hear that as well. Joel, you want to
I went to camp last week.
Yeah, you went to camp.
Fun. Had a good time with our youth, and then we're going to turn around this coming week and do summer serve on top of that. So if you're a youth out there watching or a parent of a youth, if you got any questions about summer serve, please let me know. Be looking out for an email. If you've signed up, we should have your email down on the email list, and should be sending out some more detailed information on summer serve soon.
Right.
So
we forgot. I told you I was going to try to put up that video of Brody.
Oh yeah,
getting launched out of the blob. So maybe we can do that, and we'll just put it up on Facebook later.
Sure,
because
yeah.
I'll tell you, Joel has a video.
Great highlight clips of. I don't know if you're familiar with a water blob, but they launch you up very, very high, and we had some of our smaller guys go into the stratosphere. Let's just put it that way.
Brody probably, from that video, it's hard to tell from the video, but at least 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
At least 20 feet in the air. It was impressive, very impressive. So we'll see if we can get a video up soon and let you guys see that. Camp, great reports
Awesome.
from camp.
Yeah.
It was impactful. Is that the right word to say?
Mm-hmm.
Impactful?
Definitely.
That sounds like something that happens to your wisdom teeth. That's not what I mean to say. It was deep and stirring for many people.
Yeah.
And that's exciting. And then summer serve last year was a great time, so we're expecting another great summer serve.
Really looking forward to it, and I know it's going to be a blessing to a lot of people in our church body too. That's always just the coolest thing to see.
That's right. Elizabeth asked about the Awano meeting this month. What is our current plan, Elizabeth, and for everyone, is that we're going to hold off on officially starting Awana and all of our Wednesday night programs until September. And what we're really that's tentative. We're just kind of watching and seeing what's happening with the virus. Obviously, everyone knows that there's been some spikes in Florida. But even this week, we found out that there's a lot of just unknowns. There's unknowns about how reporting is happening and everything that's going on. And so we're just trying to show some caution. Awana and nursery both take a massive amount of volunteers, and so you can't run those programs if you don't have people here to be watching the kids. And so we're trying to wait until we can know with more confidence who can be here on a volunteer level and who's going to be here on a kid level. So anyway, all of that's going to start in September, best case scenario. And so be praying about that. As of now, there's not a meeting this month to my knowledge, but Elizabeth, keep watching. If something does come up on a training level, we might do some training before then, and Brittany will let you know if that happens. So that's all I can think of. I just saw Elaine said Stanley and Elaine are watching, so good to see you guys. And with that said, Joel, what do you think? Should we go sing?
Let's do it.
Give me a second. I realize I've buried
Get your words up there.
my words up here. I really buried it. So,
Do you split screen?
all right, your grace is enough.
Great is your faithfulness, O God. You wrestle with the sinner's heart. You lead us by still waters into mercy, and nothing can keep us apart. So remember your people, remember your children, remember your promise, oh God. Your grace is enough, your grace is enough, your grace justice, God. You use the weak to lead the strong. You lead us in the song of your salvation, and all your people sing along. So remember your people, remember your children, remember your promise, oh God. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough for me. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough for me. So remember your people, remember your children, remember your promise, oh God. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough for me. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough. Your grace is enough for me.
All right.
You almost had to get a little hazard pay for that one.
Hazard?
One is I added a verse in here that I don't think I've ever seen before.
Yeah,
and I noticed that.
I
at
meant
the
to warn
end.
you about that because that version is kind of out there too, but we don't do that.
Well, I copied and pasted
Yeah.
the words, and obviously that's I don't think I've ever
Heaven
heard
reaching
that.
down to us. Yeah, that's
The
kinda
other thing
different.
is I almost started dancing a little bit, and I slid my chair around, and I realized I started bumping your
Yeah,
guitar, and I
that's
thought,
okay.
this is going to mess it up.
That's
But
okay.
you just handled it, man. You handled it. I like that song, but I'll be honest with you. This next
You
one
like
we're
the next
singing,
one better.
ooh, man. Let's not say better. They're all good songs, but I love this song we're about to sing. My worth is not in what I own.
My worth is not in what I own, not in the strength of flesh and bone, but in the costly wounds of love at the cross. My worth is not in skill or name, in win or lose, in pride or shame, but in the blood of Christ that flowed at the cross. And I rejoice in my Redeemer, greatest treasure, wellspring of my soul. And I will trust in him, no other. My soul is satisfied in him alone. As summer flowers we fade and die, fame, youth, and beauty hurry by, but life eternal calls to us at the cross. I will not boast in wealth or might, or human wisdom's fleeting light, but I will boast in knowing Christ at the cross. And I rejoice in my Redeemer, greatest treasure, wellspring of my soul. And I will trust in him, no other. My soul is satisfied in him alone. Two wonders here that I confess, my worth and my unworthiness, my value fixed, my ransom paid at the cross. And I rejoice in my Redeemer, greatest treasure, wellspring of my soul. And I will trust in him, no other. My soul is satisfied in him. And I rejoice in my Redeemer, greatest treasure, wellspring of my soul. And I will trust in him, no other. My soul is satisfied in him alone.
All right.
That last verse, I mean, all of the verses I like, but that last one I think is beautiful, both poetically and just the value of living, right? To know this, that it really is what I think sets the whole Christian worldview and philosophy apart from everyone else in the world, because either you're all that matters, you're worth so much, and you need to know what you're worth and your value, or don't be arrogant, be self-deprecating in every way. And in Christianity, there's a both and in a way, that recognize that you're not innately valuable in the sense that you're a sinner, you're fallen, and there are things to repent of and to be sorry for, and you're also finite and weak. At the same time, the God who created all things and created you loved you so much he gave his life for you at the cross, and therefore to call yourself unvaluable or unlovable is really an affront to the most valuable person sacrificing on your behalf. And so we can simultaneously have humility and self-worth because of the cross.
Right.
I don't know, I just think it's brilliant.
That is good. Looks like we might be stuttering again on our video.
The video, I think here's what's going on, guys. I've noticed some flashes. To the best of my knowledge, what causes that is that our cable might be kind of a little bit wonky. And so I think that it's not, hopefully it's not delays. Ooh, it looks like it's actually getting way worse there. So that's not the video. I'm trying to see, there's nothing that I have that I can close. I guess I can close my email. But nothing else is open.
If you switch back to camera only, does that help at all? Do you think the split screen?
I can't imagine why the split screen would matter. If we go back to camera only, it might just be worse because now you don't have anything to look at. I don't know why that's happening, guys. We do see that our camera is acting funky. Earlier, I thought it was flashing, but that's not what it is. There's some sort of data issue. Oh, I bet I know what it is.
You're not plugged in direct?
All right. Everybody, here's what's getting ready to happen. I forgot to connect. We're connected over Wi-Fi instead of direct. And I forgot to switch that out. I'm going to switch the connection. Hopefully it'll work. If it doesn't work, if it kicks us off, we'll be back on in just 1 second, because sometimes it can kick you off when you switch it. But I think that's what's causing the hiccups on the loading side. So give us a second, and we'll just see what happens. So
are you
here's
plugged
the risk.
in direct
I am plugged in.
with the Ethernet?
I don't know if that's what happened, but let's see. Let's watch Facebook.
I still see Facebook.
It looks like we're still on.
Moving.
I don't know if that fixed the problem. I don't know what else it could be, though. But it looks like we're still live. So anyway, with that said, then I'm sorry that y'all are going to have to deal with jumpy screen. I don't know how else to fix it other than do a restart of my computer. Let's see. Terry just texted me and says it's Wi-Fi. We tried the Wi-Fi, but that doesn't seem to have fixed it. So anyway, I don't know how else to fix it. But what we'll do is split the screen. I'm hoping, is the audio coming through clearly?
Camera issue.
Constance says still, or Connie says still good. Let us know if the audio is okay, then we can do a split screen and it'll just be annoying a little bit, but you can still follow along with us. If you're having trouble with the audio, let us know that. Elizabeth said actually you can't really hear us as well.
If anybody else agrees with that, let us know.
All right. I'm just going to do a restart. All right, guys, we'll be right back on. Give us a minute. We'll be right back on.
I would
But I don't
suggest
have the
just
tripod for it.
switching over,
But this camera seems like it's working.
but it's stuttering when it comes through.
Can you try to get us
It's
up?
stuttering.